Sentiments precise.
Welcome to my Vengeful Offline guide. If you love to play heroes that right click a lot and are very tanky and also can carry the game solo, that's the right hero for you. First of all, I'm gonna talk about some basics, why Venge is so good right now and why you should pick Venge on an offlane. You have your Soul Strike facet, which means your ranged attacks behave like melee attacks. This means a lot of things. You get better base attack time. This means attack speed is way stronger on you if you get attack speed from items. You can use a Quelling Blade in the early game, your meta illusions are stronger, you can use items like Spellbasher, in the early game you can one-hit couriers, and many things more. But let's jump right into the game. I show you which starting items you need and which skill build you need to use to dominate your lane and win the game. Have fun. So the game just started. The first thing you want to do is level up your stun. Your first goal should be to get your Wraith Band and your upgraded stick, then Power Treads. Sometimes you get a second Wraith Band, but it's not always necessary. And then you want to go for Aghanim Scepter. Aghanim Scepter is what makes this hero viable in this patch. It lets you respawn on the location you died, and also resets your spells and your cooldowns. You can use your swap, stun and wave once again, which is a lot of burst if you die, and you can kill another hero with it or save someone else. So the most important thing is to farm your Aghanims on lane. You only leave your lane when you can kill someone else with a TP, and the other thing should be just farming on your lane. Focus on farming until minute 15 to 18. You should have your Aghanims. And then you can fight in team fights and be really, really good in team fights, help your team and win the team fights for your team. As you can see here, in the early game you're quite tanky, we're taking a lot of damage, but we're also getting a lot of stick charges. Now I can kill the gyro, use my stick and survive the team fight. So we have a really good start in this game. So the early game of this game was quite boring, we were just farming, but this is also your number one priority, and it's the most important thing to do until you got Aghanim Scepter. Now I just popped level 4, I'm really strong right now with Tuska together, we can just go on the gyro, and unfortunately the creeps will kill him. But it doesn't really matter, you really only want to farm and be safe. Farming on your lane and getting the kill there makes me even stronger, so they can't really contest my farm anymore. For the skill build you really want to max your stun, gives you a lot of magic damage on lane, also doesn't have a very high mana cost. On level 2 you get the Wave of Terror. This reduces the enemy attack damage and also reduces the enemy's armor, which makes your right clicks even stronger, especially with someone like Tusk on lane. On level 4 you want to get 1 level in aura. This is important to give your support also a little bit more right click, and if you don't skill your aura when you have your Aghanim Scepter, you won't spawn a spirit. This should also be in your mind if you want to skip 1 level in aura. You really want to skill 1 point in aura before you get Aghanim Scepter. This is really important. So to sum up, you're maxing your Q, afterwards you're maxing Wave of Terror, but on level 4 you want 1 level in the aura. And on level 6, obviously, you get your swap, your ultimate, and then you're good to go. So it's minute 10 now, the laning phase is over, I managed to push my tower, and now I'm gonna bait the enemy team. I told my team to wait uphill so I can bait some spells and we can take a team fight. Venge at level 6 and 7 is very strong in team fights. Your swap deals a lot of damage and can outposition the enemy. Also is a very good initiate. The minus armor and attack damage reduction from your Wave of Terror is very huge in team fights, and your magic missile damage is also very strong at this stage of the game. In this fight you can see how tanky Venge really is. When you have your Power Treads, Wraith Band and half of your Gun Scepter, they can just not kill you in the team fights. Fighting at your lane is also very good because you can just go back to farming on your lane until you have your Aghanim Scepter, and then you can make the solo plays. Now it's minute 15, I got my Aghanim Scepter already, and then you can really go ham in the team fights. You don't care to swap in the enemy tower. If you can outposition an enemy and make a good kill, you really want to play very aggressive, as you saw right here. After the team fight, I went back to farming for 1 minute and I saw the enemy mid laner Lina, very low HP. I was also very low HP. I wanted to bait something because I have my Aghanim Scepter. Didn't find Lina, but I found the two supports. So as you can see, now I can respawn, got all my spells off. They thought they can kill me. They did actually, but I got another kill there and go straight back to farming. This is actually really worth it for you as a Venge to go for plays like this, because you can just keep on farming with the illusion and get more net worth. This is actually footage from another game. This shows you how you can save your teammates with the swap. Rubik survives, very low HP, and now I can go ham on the enemy team. In this game I also got my Ghanims. I can just kill the Undying here. I don't care if they kill me here. Just keep on fighting. You can play and farm really aggressive. You don't care if you die. I got my teammates in the back. So they use all my spells, all their spells on me, and now I'm just right back at it with full HP. Can kill the enemy Wraith King even again. Now my illusion is still alive. I decide to go for another kill. I spawn, I see the AA, and we can get another kill. This just shows how aggressive you can play with Venge. You don't do this with another offlane. So after you finish your Aghanim Scepter, you want items that give stats. Your illusion only benefits from the base damage and doesn't get the plus damage from, example, Nullifier or Radiance or something. You just don't get the damage from it. You need the base stats. That's why you go the Dragonlance after your Aghanim Scepter. This gives you more attack range, more agility, and also more strength to be more tanky. Then you want the Manta Style. You can't use the Manta Style in your illusion, but it gives you a lot of stats that you really want. You get the attack speed. This, by the way, works on your illusion. You get the agility and everything else. Also, because you have your Soul Strike facet, the melee images from Manta deal 33% damage and not only 28% damage. When you got your meta style, you can just kill literally everyone in the game because you have so much right click damage, especially with your minus armor. The enemy can't survive your initiate with this. Also, you can dodge some spells with Manta. This is a really good item for you. Then, most of the times, you want your Butterfly. It gives you also more agility, more base attack speed percentage, which means you're dealing even more damage, and also gives you a little bit evasion on your normal hero. Then you want, most of the times, I just like to go Daedalus. The plus damage from Daedalus doesn't work on your illusion, but the crit damage works, and you're dealing just a hell lot of damage with the Daedalus. Most of the times the game is over by then with the Venge because you got a huge push and the huge damage. But if it's isn't over yet, you can build more damage items. You can get a Skadi, you can get the Hurricane Pike, so you can force out of fights and have better mobility in team fights because you've got the Dragonlance already. You can eat your Aghanim Scepter and get something like a Basher, which is also very funny. You don't get the plus damage like I told you, but a Bash on Venge is also really, really strong because you have so much attack speed on this hero. There are many possibilities, but your core item build is you go Aghanim Scepter, get the Dragonlance, and afterwards you want the Manta style. And with these three items, you're really, really good to go, and everything you get after that is just on top. So we talked about the normal items you get. Now we take a quick tour of the neutral items. I like to get the Spark of Courage, gives you damage and armor when you're low HP. The Chipped Vest is also very good to farm some neutral camps. If you don't get any of these two, you can take the Dormant Curio. On level 2, you either get the Pumin Shield or the Brigand's Blade, in my opinion. If you don't have the option, you can also take the Essence Ring. Afterwards, the best item at tier 3 is the Serrated Shiv, in my opinion. You deal a lot of damage. If you don't get the Shiv, try to at least get the Gunpowder Gauntlet. Helps you farm and deal a little bit more damage. On level 3, the Giant's Maul is the best item. On level 4, I mean, is the Giant's Maul the best item you can take. If you don't get this, try to get the Pyrrhic Cloak. But you need to decide. Sometimes it's better to keep the Serrated Shiv if you have a lot of HP heroes in the enemy team. If you have heroes like Aghs or, I don't know, Scent, this is way better. Yeah, on tier 5 you just take the Desert Lighter if you can, or the Helm of the Undying, but most of the games don't go until tier 5. For the enchantments, the best one is always attack speed in my opinion, and attack range should be this one. No, this one. Attack range or attack speed and you're good to go. If you don't get any of these, take the lifesteal or the health. That's it with the Veg Guide, guys. Always remember to farm your Aghanim Scepter. This is the most important thing to do on this hero, and then you can go right into the action. I hope you liked it. Like and subscribe to my channel. Goodbye.